Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vignesh Vermeka, Assistant Professor of Geography, Government Degree College for Women's Autonomous, Begumpet, Hyderabad. We are in the chapter 1 from Economic Geography. In the part 3, we are going to discuss about the following points. Approaches to the study of economic geography. As a part of it, we will look into 3 categories of approaches, namely the traditional approaches, philosophic approaches, and modern approaches. The economic geography is the study of the place, distribution, and spatial organization of human economic activities and actions across the world. This subject represents a traditional subfield of the discipline of geography. However, in recent decades, also, many economists have approached the field in ways more typical of the discipline of economics. Several approaches have been developed for systematic analysis of the subject of economic geography. The nature of the geographic problems, geoeconomic problems, is rather complex and varied. Their scientific treatment bristles with the difficulties. Such problems can, however, be suitably discussed by the several approaches that have been developed. The approaches to the study of economic geography can be divided into the following 3 categories. They are: 1. Traditional approaches. 2. Philosophical approaches. 3. Modern approaches. Now, we will look into the approaches in detail manner. Principal approach. In every sphere of human activity, certain fundamental truths or the principles hold good. Indeed, they provide the rock foundation upon which the varied and varying superstructures rest. The concepts of economic geography are through and through permeated with the same spirit, whether we talk of regional economic geography or systematic economic geography. Economic regions are based on certain fundamental principles, and similar is the case with the extraction of the minerals. For example, coal, iron ore, diamond, or localization of industries, metal fabricating, textile industries, exchange of commodities, etc. At least four principles, wise the principle of genomic relationship, the principle of optimum location, the principle of regional specialization, and the principle of genomic succession appear to be valid generalization under all conditions. That is why it seems to be a sound proposition if we enunciate certain fundamental principles in discussion of genomic problems. This approach has two distinct advantages. Firstly, it provides an analytical method which promotes critical acumen. And secondly, it does away with the parrot learning of the factual material. The above set are the approaches which are common in geography and frequently used in economic geography. Now we look into the philosophic approaches. The 1990s, the economic geographic research may be characterized by the three major philosophic approaches as the following. They are: 1. Positivism, 2. Structuralism, and 3. Humanism. Now let us discuss about these three philosophic approaches in detail. Positivism. It employs the scientific method to interpret and understand issues in economic geography. The scientific approach is based on empirically variable and commonly agreed upon evidences through replication of analytical results. This approach involves informed hypothesis testing leading to empirical generalizations and law-like statements. Geographic information system is central to analytical and positivist approaches to geography in general, and with especially numerous applications in economic geography. The second philosophic approach is the structuralism. In economic geography, the structuralism posits that what we see in the world does not reveal the causes of what we see. The structure of the economy cannot be directly observed, and we should therefore develop ideas and theories that will help us understand what we see and experience. While there is no way to directly test such theories, we can debate about them to achieve better understanding. And the third philosophic approach is the humanism, or the humanistic approach. This humanistic approach is a part of critique of positivism. Humanistic economic geographers object to both positivism and structuralism on the basis of that these approaches view people as responding mechanically to spatial and structural forces. Now, now the third type of modern approaches. In economic geography, there are three modern approaches which have been developed during the last 3 decades, so that we consider them as the modern approaches. They are: 1, systematic approach; 2, behavioral approach; and 3, institutional approach. Now let us look into these three types of modern approaches in detail. Systematic approach. A system is a set of identified elements so related that together they form a complex whole. System analysis is an approach or methodology rather than a philosophy or a scientific paradigm. Most economic geographers utilize the systems concept in order to better understand the component elements of some part of the reality and the relations between them. The use of such a conception stresses the study of the whole as well as of the parts. Thus, the world economy can be regarded as a set of interlocking parts and subsystems. The second modern approach is behavioral approach. Incorporation of the behavioral science outlook in geography is known as behavioralism. In economic geography, behavioral approach now has become very common. Most of the economic geographers study the overall results of economically oriented behavior as they appear in the landscape. In economic geography, the study of decision-making process is an important aspect. The type of decision-making, which is the concern of economic geography, can be classified as problem solving or behavioral decision making with such results as new locations for shops, farms, or factories. Similarly, the studies of consumer behavior, movement or trip behavior, etc., are considered to be important. The decision-making process and other aspects of the behavioral analysis. Will be discussed in detail in the further chapters. And third modern approach is institutional approach. Ron Martin has emphasized the need of the institutional approach in economic geography. He stated that the form and evolution of the economic landscape cannot be fully understood without giving the due attention to the various social institutions on which economic activity depends and through which it is shaped. In other words, economic activity is socially and institutionally situated and it cannot be explained by the references to atomistic individual motives alone, but as to be understood as enmeshed in wider structures of the social, economic, and political rules, procedures, and conventions. It is the role of these systems, both the formal and informal, which is the focus of an institutional approach to economic geography. So far, we dealt with the following points in this session: the approaches to economic geography. In that, we focused on three approaches: the traditional approaches, philosophic approaches, and modern approaches. On the whole, the chapter 1, the definitions, objectives, and scope of economic geography, covered the following points: definitions of economic geography, objectives and scope of economic geography, importance of economic geography, economic activities as a core of economic geography, and approaches to the study of economic geography in that traditional approaches, philosophic approaches, and modern approaches. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.